Welcome to Echotraders. You're in the Echotrader room. It is about a half a minute from 9 o'clock. We're looking at the market has tested CL on the left-hand side, money off to the upside. Center chart is your ES resistance to the upside. YM on the right-hand side, lower high there too. Price action has come back down to the EMA. I'm on the right-hand side. EMA being tested from the upside. If it cannot hold, we're going to get down moves here coming into your 9 o'clock. We'll see what the volume does. CL peaking right here. CL also put in a resistance area. Okay, money off here where the S is. I'll just move that over here. Looks pretty good. That's a nice resistance. We'll see what takes place. My name's Dale Elliott. We'll come back and keep you informed. So we're looking for this here market to push back down here to 1987 if support cannot hold. That's on your ES, the chart in the center. All right, it's almost quarter after the hour. The chart on the left, CL, has dropped down below the EMA. Chart in the center, the market has dropped down below the SMA. We don't have moving average alignment on this time frame yet, but the market is revisiting lower, so it's putting in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Away we go. Market has a lot of work to do to get to the targets that we've described in the room. We'll show you that here after a little bit. Chart on the right, same thing. MACD, MACD, MACD at the top, curled to the downside. Market following through with that, retesting the SMA on the chart on the right from the bottom side. We don't have a moving average alignment there yet. CL, chart on the left. First target down here. See if we can get down there. Still quite a ways away. Whichever market you're trading, we're showing you 3 this morning. Whichever market you're trading, you're in slight profit from entry at resistance. We'll fix that CL chart here in a moment. Okay, so we put the resistance label on here. We brought our resistance across. MACD indicating look for lows. We're going to pop a blue outline on this little bit of a resistance area here, so it's easier to see that it's been retested. We did mention our target here is this SMA. It does not mean it'll stop there. We're looking for huge downswing targets to the downside this morning. Will we get them between 9 and 9:30? How about 9 and 10:30? How about 9:30 and 10:30? We just have to minimize risk. You've eliminated risk on this trade. It is locked in, profitable. It cannot be changed. You are in the money on this trade. Let's see if we can get some follow through to the downside. If the market's ready, we must be ready. We'll soon find out. Here we are. So our SMA is being reached. One more tick. Minute and a half to go. This is a countdown timer in blue at the top of your charts. Countdown timer in blue. We can safely say the CL, the chart on the left, crude oil, CL has reached that target. Now we're looking for larger run to the downside. We're looking for this share market to hold, for this SMA to eventually hold as resistance and drag this EMA moving average to the downside. That has not happened yet, but it is very close to doing that on the ES, the chart in the center. It's very close. You can see the angle of the blue moving average, what we like to trade, and we trade that short from above. So if we've met resistance, that's our plan, is to actually do it, to do that trade, and you're seeing it live here. Coming into less than 6 minutes, but just around 5 minutes to go to the 9:30 opening bell. What that bell does is it signifies volume for us. Okay, so we're still to the downside here on all three of these markets. Now, of course, there's other markets that are being affected also. So we'll see. YM, Dave has a target here to take some of the position off. It's up to the individual trader to follow through with his plan, where that individual trader, whether it's a he or a she, to actually follow through and implement their plan. So huge targets to the downside here this morning, and you're seeing the money is starting to build up here. Okay, money off target on your YM chart, 16,954, coming up right here, right now. Money off target on the ES chart in the center, 1985. Put a little something in your pocket. If you haven't put anything in your pocket on CL, just move your stop down so you're locking in more profits. Profits are way down there. Try not to take yourself out of this market. When it's moving in your favor, we want out. Why is that? When it's moving in your favor, we have to reprogram our subconscious to stay in the market. When it's moving against us, that's when you better get out. When it's moving for you, for heaven's sakes, try to stay in the money. 1985, not quite there. There it is, 1985. 16,954 reached. Put a little something in your pocket. Hang on to the runner if you can. Great job here this morning. Okay, let's just talk about what happened on the chart on the right. This is your YM instrument, a mini size Dow Jones, Dow $5 futures contracts. 16,954. The number here is a little hard to see. It's kind of in the candle there. We'll try to fix that and bring it across. If you didn't put some of that position in your pocket, you might be thinking, I just gave back $100, but $100 is not too much. The market is just running back to resistance to grab a hold of the EMA and hopefully just yank that down through there. CL, the chart on your left-hand side, running right down here to a support area. Wonderful. From resistance, it should trade to support. Now, from support, it should trade back. Did you forget the EMA? It is still above, so we don't have moving average alignment on CL yet. Moving average alignment, center chart. Let's open up your center chart. What you're looking at here on this here center chart. Did not open. Let me try that again. Here we go. Targets, money off targets, 1979. 1979 down here. See if we can hang on to a runner to get that far. All right, let's take a quick update. Money off to the downside. We're looking at 1979 that we had mentioned earlier. Put something in your pocket at money off areas. Hang on to the runner if you can. Chart in the center is ES. That's the number. You can go back to the first of your recording, and that is the target that we were talking about. We also use 1985. All right. So if you had done so on your YM chart in the center, we moved the target area for money in the pocket. 16,954 is what Dave had on the chart. If you put your money in, some of you the position in there and held on to the runner, you are still in extra money, or bonus money as we like to call it. I'll put an arrow here. Oops, that's not an arrow. That looks like an arrow. This is the spot here, and I'll fix this here in a moment. That we're talking about 1979 even, right there. So where this here was on the expanded view when we left, let's come back to that. There it is, 1979. Sorry, I came back to the 3-chart view instead of coming back to this one when I restarted the recording, okay? Resistance, drop, 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 okay? MACD indicates look for, see up here, the ellipse up here, look for. If you look for something and you found it, that'll work out very nicely for you. Okay, here we are. It is almost 2:45 Tuesday. We're going to look at the CL first of all right here, and then we can go to your other markets. CL, the chart on the left, is now the chart front and center. What we're looking for, we had said huge targets. So this year was support and resistance. That comes from, you can see this morning all day here, resistance in yellow at the top, dropping, dropping, dropping. We changed it to blue because it was retesting our EMA. EMA is in blue. Here's your last retest. This allows you to add contracts. Targets allow you to exit contracts, get back in, even if it's in the same direction, even if it's at the same price as you exit when the time is right. We're going to show you the target here on your 30-minute chart. All right, this is your 30-minute chart. A lot of you are familiar with the 30-minute. As our white SMA 50 rolls over, our target here is 36.28. Not quite there. Still has another 20 to go. All right, we'll come back and keep you updated. This is one of those markets. Let me find the other one. Okay, we had talked about your ES chart in the center. Chart in the center, what we did is we had a massive pullback from support. We're going to scrunch left to right. Targets we were looking for at the bottom, 1977.25, not quite reached. Did not quite get reached, and a massive pullback to the upside, taking us out of our short positions. I'll scrunch a little more. Huge swing to the downside, resistance. Market came back up this year, yellow on the right-hand side, produced a double top. Double tops, we trade short the market, and we also want you to have a target. Target here from the double top. We're looking right down in here at 85.75, and this one at pretty much the same number. It's your 61.8. And we want to see resistance. You have two shaded areas here. One starts at 12 o'clock, runs to about 1 o'clock, and then that same width runs for the part that the market is retesting. Price action candle in yellow, retesting right now. We want to see that hold as resistance area. What's in there? MACD at the top says look for a turn to the downside. So we're getting that, and we're looking for a retest of, you know who, the EMA. All right, we'll see if that can hold as resistance. Market price action candle testing resistance from the bottom side. We look for resistance to try and hold to reach targets farther to the downside. Market on the right. Let's see what took place here. It has reached a money off to the upside, 1703.36. In the room, we talked about that extensively. It has also reached here, resistance again. Once again, market coming off of your SMA 50 in purple to retest the EMA, which we trade to the downside. From the bottom side, we'll look at trading that to the downside. Wow, that's a breathful. Down here at 16,909, 909 proper, the market has retested that and produced a support area, a lower low. All right, so it has not only shown a support with, look left, we're just going to move this here right over. Hang on. Darken it up a little. And we'll bring that into the right day. How's that? So look left, and you see that that is in a support area. So that support, however, it says, hey, we're willing to break it. So be careful on hanging on to any long positions because you are below your money off. So you should have taken some of that position trading long after trading short. Remember, we had this year target 16,954 and beyond. Well, it went to 954 and beyond, and then reverse to the upside. From support, it traded to resistance. Recording here, okay. Chart in the center. Chart in the center here. We talked about the target of 84 and a quarter. 84 and a quarter. So target reached, and you're going to try to hang on to the runner. Target reached is a money off to the downside from resistance, and we had talked about that double top. So we'll slide resistance across. Let's zoom in on your chart on the left. The chart in the center, money off, that would round it to 1984 and 1/4. Money in your pocket, little reverse to the upside, temporary pullback to the upside to resistance. There's a red dash arrow that, or the red dash line that we were looking at, red dash right there, 1986 and a quarter. Chart on the left, the CL, I'm going to expand that chart. Looking for 36.28, it's almost to target. That does not mean it won't go further. pull your stops down and lock in more money. Robotic talk. Okay. And target reached. Popped into 36.28. That does not mean it won't go farther. Hang on to that if you can, but understand the one thing here that we're trying to get across is that we should have a problem here. It doesn't mean it won't go further, but it does mean that as we just reach this here area, this is a critical area, and if it can't break the 100, back up she goes to test resistance from support. Don't give all those monies back, so we want you to lock in your wins. We'll pop over to your ES chart in the center. Money off. Some of the position off at 84.25. 84.25. A little push back to the upside, and then here we are. All right, so we changed the yellow arrow to white. Number here is 1982. That's the factor here. And we'd like to see that 1982 hold as either support or resistance so we can trade it. We're looking at it holding as resistance right now. So we'll see if we can get that. If the market trades all the way back up, and so you've moved your stop down, you've locked in your money. We want to show you the support area here, so we're going to increase this, and we'll bring it down and across. Comes in something like that. And we'll pop over to your CL. So we'll minimize that. Remember the white line we want to see as resistance, 1982. We want to see that pull in as resistance. Candle body below that would be excellent. We don't always get excellent. We had mentioned on your CL trade probably close to almost a half an hour ago, we wanted to see the, well, we would expect to see the 36.28 pose a problem. I would say if it's stuck there for close to a half an hour, it's pretty well doing what we expected. So that's okay. You're going to lock in your money. This year can slowly, ever so slowly grind away and just keep going. Pull back a little, fill orders, take stops out, etc. All right, 1982 chart in the center, pretty well following through. I just put the crosshairs on there. We want to see that. We don't mind it being retested. We want to see that become your new resistance. All right, pull back to the upside. I'll take that arrow off. That was what we were looking at. Now we want to see this here line here be resistance. Beautiful. Follow through. This is live. It's now almost 3:30 in another minute. Chart on the right. YM futures. Money off to the upside. In hindsight, would have been a terrific idea, wouldn't it? And targets to the downside. Retested 909, 16909, and showed indication that they'll break it. So what does the market show us? Its intentions. Ever so subtly, it shows intentions of breaking it, but not for a while, not right now. Maybe we'll come back and look at it. That's what the market tells us. Hey, we can trade it. Okay, so chart in the center. Let's look at the chart in the center and your targets left to go. This recording is a little longer than we normally like to see. We have a confluence area of 1979 and 1979 and 1/4. The 35 gets rounded to a quarter. Target reach, confluence. Now let's look at a little larger target to the downside. And I'm drop the whole chart to the upside to see that. We're looking for 1976 and 1/4. Confluence, 1975.97 rounds up to 76. We'll round it to 76 and 76 and a quarter. That's pretty close confluence. Let's see if we can get there. We're going to extend the lime green arrow across to about, say 1520. Hang on. Market came there. Let's go 15 and 19 is close enough. Okay. I'll put the crosshairs on there. Look left. 1979. Know anybody born in 1979? All right, so 35 gets rounded to 25. The market came down there, produced where it was supposed to. We look for it was a money off earlier this morning. It's a money off again today. This time we want to lock that money in. See if I can get a hold of that little slippery little guy here. All right. We're shooting for large targets to the downside here today. We mentioned it. Wonderful big pullback. We talk about pullbacks. Big move down, probably expect. Big pullback back. We got that. Market traded from resistance down to support, money off, 1979. Back to resistance, back to 1979. What a wonderful day. So we were saying up here at the yellow arrow, we wanted to see 1982 hold as resistance. We're getting that, and 1979 being re-challenged once again. Chart in the center, that's your ES market. CL chart on the left-hand side, we think it fell asleep. I have to check that chart, I guess. Okay. CL is alive, but just barely. Okay. We're looking for targets further down to the downside. Divergence between your EMA and your SMA in white on the chart on the left. There is divergence there. We're looking for larger targets to the downside. ES following through. YM close behind on the right-hand side. Let's zoom in on your ES chart. Chart in the center. We're looking for 76.25 and 76. Give it up. There we go. There we go. 76.25 and 76. Beautiful. Love it when the plan comes together. You must have a plan. You must use stops. There's a little gap there. Careful. Careful. A little gap. I'll put the crosshairs down in here. All right. Momentum kicked in. Brought us to target. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Not unusual to see target exhaustion reached, black and yellow on our charts. Check out any of our YouTube videos. It's always the same. 1976 reached market exhaust, not to be unexpected. So we talk about the pecking order. Come visit our open house. Come in for a view. No charge. Sign up for the open house. My name is Dale Elliott. You're watching Echotraders.com live. Till next time, trade well, my friends.